Socio-economic, political, and cultural issues in the Philippines taxation. By the way, I'm Cedric M. Gonzalez. I'm going to tackle about this topic. 3 chapters how the Spanish representative governed the Filipino people. First, taxation during the Spanish period. Second, revolts against the tribute. And third, tax reform of 1884. Taxation during the Spanish period. There are 2 reasons why they required to pay taxes. The first one is recognition of Spain's sovereignty over the colonies and to defray the expenses of pacification, the act of forcibly suppressing hostility within the colonies and governance thereafter. In Philippine setting, the taxes were classified into 5 forms. These are tributo or tribute, sanctorum, donativo, caja de comunidad, and servicio personal. The revolts against the tribute. There are four revolutions during the implementation of taxes. The Cagayan, Ilocos Norte, and Ilocos Sur, Agustin Somoroy's revolt, Don Francisco Maniago, Andres Malong revolt. The Cagayan, Ilocos Norte, and Ilocos Sur, the natives rose in revolt over the alleged abuses by tax collectors, including the collection of unjust taxes, leads by Ilocanos, Ibanags, and other Filipinos who were abused by tax collectors. In Agustin Somoroy's revolt, it started on June 1, 1649 in Palapag. It is called now Northern Samar. A Waray native and have led his fellow workers who were under forced labor to revolt against Spaniard, and eventually he was captured and executed in June 1650. That led to the eventual defeat of the revolts. In Don Francisco Maniago led the initial caused by Kapampangan's protest against the tribute, forced labor, and rice exploitation. Later became a struggle to free the natives from Spanish rule. They were made to work for 8 months under unfair conditions and were not paid for their labors. Andres Malong revolt was caused by the revolts of the Kapampangans because they have experienced the same abuses by the Spaniards. Malong hoped to be the king in the province of Pangasinan as he led the towns to take arms and go against the government that has led the abandonment of Spanish stronghold in Pangasinan. So, the tax reform of 1884. 2 important provisions. These are abolition of tribute and replacement of cedula tax. Second is reduction of 40-day forced labor to 15 days. Cedula personalis were first issued based on the royal decree of March 6, 1884, and that all men and women who were residents of the islands, Spaniard, foreigners, and natives included, aged over 18 years old, were required to obtain cedulas. The only exceptions were the Chinese, who were required to pay another poll tax or remontados in Philis. So, kung walang naganap na revolusyon ng ating kababayan, siguro inaapi pa rin tayo at walang kalayaan. Yan lang po.